have to figure it out.
So so you're gonna play, and that's good, and that's fun. Anyone else wants to play, or if you get if you get lost, and I think let's see, wait, oh, and Inez hasn't come back yet. For she was gonna see if she could because I she's a busy woman. Um, and for a second round, and it was one of those. If you get lost, just make just make it up as you go. And actually, Barbara, I'm gonna mute you so we don't have background noise. And I think I got everything else. Yes. Okay. All right. So I'm taking a deep breath. I'm going to share my screen in a moment. And I shouldn't build it up because maybe I built it up too much and then it was a self-fulfilling prophecy. I should think about that. All right. So I have put in the chat the link to Amazing Spider. I honestly I cannot remember. Somebody said, "Do you know how to do that tangle?" And I said no, and then I looked it up and I'm like, "Oh, that's gorgeous." And then I'm like, oh, and then in my mind I'm like, "Oh, that well, it looks a little bit complicated, maybe for a tough Tangle Tuesday." Yep, yep. And then part of me was thinking, well, maybe not. Maybe my brain says, "Oh," but not so much everybody else's. All right. And then let me also share my version of the step out. And I did have a second thought, but okay. So let me. I am sharing. Let me explain. First, let's look at the gorgeousness. Oh, it is very pretty, and as you can see, we have these nice fan shapes, and kind of like it's organized. It's like Crazy Huggins, sort of, but you can see how organized it is. With them going different directions. And let me. What did I do with? What did I do with hers? Oh, I moved it. Oh, pausing for a moment to think. Why did I? Okay, I took that off. I took that off the screen. Let me get her step out because it's good. Thinking, yeah. Well, yeah, it works both ways like that. Listen. um. Oh shoot, where did I save it? Oh, I think I saved it here. Or I hate it when I can't find things that I've saved. Oh, there. Okay. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is Hennie Brouwer's step out for Amazing Spider. And as I said on the earlier session, my challenge with it was when you start out with all of this, I want to see how to do that and have the step outs for this. So this is the basic shape that then we repeat over and over again. And just like a number of other tangles that we've done, especially on Tough Tangle Tuesday, sometimes the challenge comes in the repeating of them because the eyeballs go whoa and get a little lost. Let me also well, let me go through my step out first, and then I'll. So I want to share ideas, but I don't want to confuse everyone either. That's my challenge because I do like to have the plethora of. I'm finding where did I put that? Oh, it's on my here. Okay. So as Alyssa had to leave in the middle, and as she was working through it, she came up with this idea to help her. Oh, but I was going to explain I was going to explain I was going to explain it straight first. That's what I was going to do. So this is a dot grid. You can have as many dots as you want. I started out with a 5x5. That's what I did here. Or not counting that one. 5x5 grid. So I could make it large so you can see it. And the way I interpreted that first step that Hennie put on was to find. Well, actually, I did start by doing the curve lines. That's why I had these backwards earlier. But what I decided was going from the middle first. So I find a dot that I want to start, and then going diagonal from that dot, I put, 2 orbs around those dots. And then curve lines using the takeoff and land concept. So going around the outside of the orb and landing on that dot that I, in the center, and doing that on both sides. Then looking at those orbs, it's like, oh, I have one that's to the left of it and one that's down from it on the one side, and you can see it kind of creates a little corner. So I did put those orbs in, and the same thing, we're doing a curve line from the orb down to that center dot. So that's the initial structure. Oh, well, we always do that. We always do the same ones both times. So, um, oh, you know, you've been here before. I was hoping you were joking. I was going to have a little panic for a minute. But here's what Alyssa came up with. So, taking the dot grid and drawing a line, through, where you want these to start off, like in the center. Because if you decorate them like this, you're gonna go over that anyway, and it'll be fine. So, kind of connecting those dots. So, I'm sharing this to see if it will help any of you. And then and then let's see. So we start here, and then we skip 2. I got a thumbs up. All right. That's just for those that were here this morning, because you've already had the struggle. So doing that diagonal line, then skip 2 dots, and then start again. And then here going down, skip 2 and go down. Because that was the challenge as I was looking at it. It's like, and let me go back to, oops, where did I put it? Oh. There, to Hennie's, that's where I was just trying to interpret. Okay, well, that's good, but how it's still the how do you do that? That's where I was stuck. And then you just repeat the steps going up, up and down. So you kind of start in the middle. And then what ends up happening after that is turn your paper 180 degrees, and we're doing the same thing, just in the other direction. But if you turn your tile, then you don't have to think about that. You just know that that's how it's going in the opposite direction. And then with that, we end up with using the orbs that are already there. It's kind of already set. And then it's, just picking one of the dots. And yeah, let me move this out of the way so I can see what you said there, Kim. Yes, yeah, I will bring up Allie's page again in just 1 second. So you can see that, going the opposite direction, it's just it's a 6-legged spider. So it's, as I joked, it's more like a daddy long legs. Let's see if I can. This one, unfortunately, zooms in. I don't think I put a link to this. Let me do that, so that way it can disappear. Yeah, in this program that it's coming up on, it wants to hide the top, and I can't. Oh, there. Oh, never mind. There. Don't use the controls. So this, like I said, this looked way more confusing to me, and that's why I stepped it out a little further. But let me also, I will put in a link to this so that way you have it as well. I don't think I did. And, all right. So, clear as mud. And maybe demonstrating would be easier. I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to put up Allie's again. And I didn't save Allie's, but I'll send Allie's out too. It's on my Facebook. Calling this Allie Spider Help. All right, now I can do that. Okay, so the first thing though is a dot grid, and what I like to do in the dot grid is I'll use a whatever size pen I'm using, just press the pen onto the paper and make my dot grid that way. Okay, let me stop my share. I will save this all and then that we send these over, copy, paste, and okay, so that one that I just put in is here's Allie's Spider Help. That's her, so that way you have it. And Hennie's was the other one that I just put in. Okay, I don't like spiders either. I do like snakes. Now I have that song in my head. All right, and so here's what I was thinking on this. Let me get a good, and I have one handy. Oh, and I have colors handy too. So let's just see if this will work.
Do you have pens handy that'll write on the
Yeah, I've got some Sharpies.
Oh, okay.
You know, all right. Actually, let me.
Don't anybody follow me, please.
Yeah, don't. Oh, that's right. It's backwards. Okay. I did have an additional thought. Here's my additional thought, and then I can always get rid of it on here. Oh, you know what? I'll do it on this one. Okay, I'll do a separate one. Here's my original thought. So I'm going to start with that dot. Okay. And I thought, well, why couldn't I have just decided, well, you know what? Let's go north, south, east, west. This dot is where everything is going to. So if I'm bringing them to there, doing, oh,
So now you're
right?
doing it in a different order.
I'm doing it in a different order, and I just want to see if this will also help. So again, I did north, south, north, looking at it with the grid straight because we had some this morning that it confused them when I moved the the grid on an angle. So do north, south, east, west, same stroke using takeoff and land, and then the last bit could be then you do the diagonal. I mean, and then you can see the flow already. Because the thing I didn't want to have these ones you're not going to do anything with because we're working on this diagonal, and but that's what I liked about Alyssa's is because Alyssa, let's just draw a line and we'll be done with it. We'll draw this line that's going diagonal, and then you can see where you're going. But I mean, this is one of those things where it was just kind of left open. Just do this. So I don't know if that helps or not, but it is kind of neat to do this.
So what do you call it when, like if I'm just doing that part, one part of the whole tangle? Is that
That would be I would call it a fragment, I think.
a what?
A fragment.
A fragment. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a fragment.
And so Alyssa's concept was, again, well, and it helps if you're, well, where's my, oh, it's going this way. Using old. And you can't really go in a straight, you have to go in a straight line as much as your line was straight in your grid, which mine wasn't. So this was Alyssa's concept. So doing that, and then so still picking this, and then let me go back to hers. Putting all of the orbs in. So outside of this, but see that's where. Oh no, I'm sorry. It was Do your line, skip, skip. And here would be your next one. Skip, skip going down, skip 2 dots. And if your grid is larger, you would just keep going. Yeah, you're right, Jay. Yeah, an hour is not long enough for this tangle. We're trying though. We're trying. And then you can put orbs.
Well,
All
several people just did several of them. They didn't fill a whole page. They
Yeah,
just did like 3 or 4. It was very effective.
yeah. So you can make a bigger grid and just have fun with it instead of doing, like just even a 5 or 6 dots. And that's fine. Okay. And then here, honestly, you could just start because wherever your orb is, or around the dot, you're taking that around and coming down to a dot. Down. Well, this one is to the side. And then, so we have the one. Actually, this kind of makes it, when I'm doing it this way, it makes me think of fireworks without connecting them. And then when you want to continue, because then we're just continuing this. So on here, we're going from this orb down to here, like so. Oh, Beverly works on, since she's primarily a fiber worker, just makes some polka dot fabric and stitches one. Well, there you go. So those are some ideas. I'm going to work for real. And I think I'll still use a little bit thicker pen. And heck, you know what? I might just use some colors. But then I'm thinking, oh, and well, this right here, this is my center. I'm just going to put a little arrow there that's my center starting point. And how are we doing? So I mean, have I completely lost everybody, or did one of those ideas hit you well enough? Or I should say, if you're having a challenge, so you can always just click a thumbs up, or if you're having a challenge, let me know. And actually, Bob, it's so funny. I was thinking that exact thing. What Mom's doing. I got some thumbs up, but let me just show you because I was thinking, oh, it could just be in one stroke. Or did I say it on the last call?
Oh, yeah, no, I don't think you did, but yeah, you can draw your swoop and do your circle at the same time.
Because that was another thought. And I had mentioned that somebody had a challenge because I have the grid one way, but then we're really working at it. It's like I draw it this way, but then we're working on it this way, and it's like an offset grid. And those always, all right, Alyssa, you're winning. When I send things out, with your permission, Alyssa, I will send that out. Because I was thinking you could do that like the fancy fescue. So here's my center dot where I'm starting, and so I will just show coming from there and just making sure to loop around that orb. You could do it that way. That's what Mom's doing, and she was working it out with pencil first.
This is really going to be a messy one.
Yeah. And so that's the challenge with Zentangle is that we all have different ways that we work, and some things work good for one person and not for another. And I kind of like doing the orbs first because then I can do the takeoff and land and not get all.
Well, my takeoff and lands crisscross, so
Oh,
it's it's not. That's why I say it's not actually this pattern. It's a hybrid.
like that. Right. And then, and then what we're doing, like I said, we're working our way down. And if you hold your grid on the diagonal, then knowing that we're working our way, either down and up. And it's exactly what Alyssa showed. That was such a really great idea. We're working on this column of dots, and that column doesn't get orbs. That's where in my just looking at it, my brain's going, oh, okay, okay. How do you do this so it makes sense? And then what was the bottom now becomes the top. So we're just repeating here, and this is what's creating that fan shape when we do that. And so let me just finish this one, and then we'll go up. And I think it was Luna had also, when we were chatting as we were ending the earlier one, said she thought to draw all of the orbs first. I said, but the challenge is, and even if you did, challenge is keeping that one row without orbs around the dots. And when you draw your own grid and it's not necessarily even, it just ends up a little wonky, and you don't worry about it. And drawing it bigger is better. So that way, the wonkiness can just be, and not run into, because I on my smaller one, I was running into myself as I was working it, because I'm like, oh, I don't have enough room because I squished things together. So then when you're going back up the top, just remembering that it's the same thing. So then sometimes I will look down, or actually that's where, looking back at that original structure that we're repeating, it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing these lines. So that's where I'm at here. So we're coming up to that line. And we're creating the fan. So when I was playing with it, I was like, oh, I saw the pattern I saw was fan, fan, and then, straight lines, fan, and straight lines. It actually makes me think of, like, these are, this is a tall trapeze something. You know how they hold the stick to balance them?
It's a tightrope walker.
Tightrope. Yes. What did I say? Trapeze. Now that doesn't work.
Yes, that's okay.
It's been a long time since I've been to the circus. And once you kind of get in the groove of it, then it's more, I found, then it was more okay. And you know what? If you just in out,
Just do that.
If you just decide you want to do that, then you can turn all of these into something else. All of your extra dots, it could turn into therefores, or whatever you would want them to turn into.
Cadent,
right?
you could morph it into that.
Yeah. But I'm turning mine upside down. Some of you are probably already way past this, but if not. And I don't think it matters. I'm just going to pick, but I'm just going to pick one. I'm going to pick one in the middle because that works. And still looking at it with the grid on the diagonal, not squared up, on the diagonal. Then it's like, just pick an orb, and then look. I say, okay, well, I'm going to go. I'm curving down, right? Like, wait, let me look at my example. Yes. I'm going to that one. I didn't go and look because I just want to see, is it going to turn out good? It doesn't matter. You just have to pick one. You know what? It won't matter. I don't think it will. Pick one. Then knowing you only have 6 connections. And then we start over. Well, that looks gorgeous, Mom. I'll have to rewatch what you did, and and we'll call it a tangulation on this.
Okay.
All right, and then going up. Whoops, let me turn that off. Didn't have it right by me. Oh goodness! Whoops! Whoops! Knocked my camera. Almost right off. There we go. Beverly's just taking photos. Well, well, actually, I think I'm sitting on the last replay. I don't know why, but I will get that out. And as we were talking earlier, it's like we don't have to like all of them. Okay, let's see. That's okay. We're just taking a challenge. Oh, good. And I keep having to go back and look. It's like, okay, it's kind of like short, long, and then we have these short ones. Except mine are. Oh wait. Oh no. This one goes. That one goes to there for sure. Oh, I have one missing way out here. I can make it dot there. There we go. And then this makes kind of towards the ends, you can kind of figure out, do you want to just have them hang out or, connect them somehow? I'll leave them hanging out just for now. But I'm thinking things are maybe going better than last time. For those that weren't on earlier, do we have thumbs ups? I have to find everybody's brain shut off.
Has the number gone down tremendously? No.
I didn't even look because I didn't want to. So far, we're surviving, right? Well, every once in a while. So we add. Well, and somebody said, because I hadn't really looked at Hennie's other work, but yeah, Hennie and Thomas Padros. I don't know. Do they have a competition or? Oh, but it's good. All right, Sharmila going good. Yay! Okay, and Joy says we're using Allie's grid. Yeah, adding those lines working so far. Yay! Oh, and Beverly's cat was typing to us. I was wondering. Okay. And for me, sometimes it's okay. Where am I starting? And I kind of was going towards the long ones coming out. I know it's like starting there and then going down to that point on the next column, and that's at least gets things started. Because half the time it's like if you can just get it started, then it's good. Oh yeah, and then this. And actually, I think sometimes for this one, for me, starting in the middle. That one is going to go there. Yes, it is. Okay. Seemed to help. Nothing else that just makes us appreciate the, I think I'm going to do print tops. that's that's what we're gonna do. Tip, no, tip that will hurt your hand for a while. Uh, oh, okay, lavender. Oh, I should have said that at the beginning. That yeah, if you just want to watch, you could do that too. Oh, and for me, because my grid is definitely not straight. Keeping in mind that it's like besides having focusing on the center dot, and I have 6 connections coming into that, but knowing I have 2 that are close, 2 close, far away, close, that is helping me also. And then we start over. Some of them was like, what is that? Because it certainly doesn't look like this. It's like, yeah, this is that not in the right place, but it's because my grid is wonky. But wonky is good. All right, so then on the sides, let's see, and I can connect some things to here still, because that's a new top. Here, I can come here. Well, and I have these guys, let's see, I can put. Yeah, and I have a couple out to the side. Oh, what did I do? Got some hanging out open, some not. Oh, here, if I put this one
I know
here.
Sandy finished off hers beautifully. I looked at you when she
Oh,
posted
did
it,
you?
but
Oh,
I wasn't. I got lost when I was trying to do mine too.
yeah.
I just started connecting whatever I wanted, but with doing
Mhm.
what I'm doing, you don't get that nice Huggins kind of thing that
Oh,
everybody played with, which really,
right.
adds a lot to the design.
Yeah. And then
Now
for
I'm
those
just playing.
passages, but that is beautiful. See, and really, if we think about it in Zentangle ease and Zentangle philosophy, it even though it hurts the brain sometimes, it can that hurting I think can open up avenues. It opens up new what do you call it? Neural pathways to hey, I think I'm going to do something else with this, and or whatever. And if we instead of thinking about it as a negative, like we can still do that, and then go, okay, now what do I do? Now for the fan shapes. Now, if you were watching Mom, and hers are bigger, you could do like a big flux shape. I like to just divide it and then round the corners, and then you can always play with that rounding and make it look. Usually, I have to end up retracing things, and I just did 4.
I
Because
just want to know who thinks of this stuff.
well, this
I
one,
mean,
her name is Hennie.
really? I
An
mean,
actual person.
I know, to get in the brain.
I bet this is AI and it's all a fake.
No, actually, I think this one we'll have to see when the time has come out. Yeah.
No, I know she's real, but
Yeah, but still, I know it's just like let's.
you have to be part robot to think this up.
Yeah. Well, and what's interesting, when I was looking um, through just some of her stuff on Instagram, because I was following her. I just, it's like one of those. I'm not on there enough, and it actually she uses a similar format. It looked like, or maybe that's just a stock thing in Instagram. That's what I don't know. But what I like even like Thomas Pedros, he kind of shares his playing, which is interesting. It's like, oh, well, you could do it this way, or you could do it that way, and it's it's almost like an engineer's mind, um, along with the art. Um, oh, yeah, as Jen says, yeah, MC Escher does Zentangle, right? And see, and this is why if you did that line, whether you did it in pencil or pen, then following it with the fan shapes, because you could decorate it however you want, of course. But following it with these fan shapes, it just blends that right in. No one's the wiser. I'm leaving my little arrow there. But yeah, I'm with you, bro. It's like, yeah, who writes this stuff? Line from one of my favorite monkey episodes. And then two, depending on how you did the dots, using this fan shape and then rounding and darkening in the in the top, you can kind of camouflage those also, and that's nice. And and just occurring to me when we and I think the first time I ever did this was when we went 10-minute warning, my goodness, when we did our certification class, and we did well. And if you stop at one point, and I know on my step outs, I think I put a note on it. If you stop at this point, then you ended up with these fan shapes going different directions, and then you could decorate that. And it was just
Did we go to the same certification? I don't remember that.
We did.
I'll have to look through my booklet.
Yeah, I think it was when we were doing the Renaissance, I think we were doing it on a Renaissance.
I don't remember doing Renaissance tiles when we were there. I remember. I don't remember that, Heather. Or are you just talking about the Zen again that we just did?
No, I'm talking about
Well, you have to prove it to me. Get
all
out
right.
the paperwork and show me.
All right, I'll get my tiles. I think it's in one of my cubes somewhere, or it's on my big board that I made. Let's see. Yeah, listen, maybe I went with my other mom. Yeah. There's a lot that we don't remember the same. It's so funny.
That's okay.
It might have just been doing well by itself. I don't know. I'm not remembering.
Well, I don't even remember what well looks like, so that's
part
of the problem.
Well, because that one, like this, it can take on different things. That's so funny. Oh. Let's see. And then I'm going to use the, just because I'm taking a quick peek to see if I happen to have it right here. That will be in my later. Oops. I have it. Well, post it. Oh, here it is. Here. Oh, and I think this is from class. I think it is because I did not keep mine separate. Oh no, that one can't be because I had my no.
I don't remember. Oh, wait a minute. Did you date it on the back?
No, I did. This wasn't from class because I had my chop.
Okay.
But if you did, because this one, yeah, because if I remember, because I have the lines disguised.
Yeah. I sort of remember it.
Yeah, yeah. And if you stop at the one part versus coming back around, because this one can take off. Oh, and thank you, Beverly. It can take on so many different looks depending on how you finish it. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay. I'm seeing another one that. And then, you can have whatever fun with the Huggins type shapes. I was just looking back. Oh, she kind of. But I think I might actually use a color for that. I don't know. But she looked like she just aura'd it. Yeah. And then at some point where it kind of comes in here, and then yeah, looks really neat. But that is gorgeous. Oh, and then of course I have to add because everything needs a little line dot dot.
I was just going to say that's my things need that too.
Yeah. All right, I'm feeling better about this one. Oh, yeah, that looks neat. And then, ooh, maybe with a gray. Oh gosh, Jen, how big did you go or how small did you go? That's probably the question.
Yeah, I was amazed this morning that some people, I mean, they filled the whole square, I don't know what size, and had it colored in.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Hmm. Oh, that looks neat.
oh, that looks neat.
Yep. So this, just auraing the long sides, and going each side towards the middle, so alternating, and then when you get to just like when we do crescent moon, or like the way I do crescent moon, when you can't fit, then you just you put like that, just a little V in. Wanted to at least give that a try while we were here, and then I can finish it. But yeah, yeah, depending on how big you do, right, Jen? Because I was like going, okay, maybe you did like I was like, okay, this is a lot of stuff. And thank you, Luna. Luna has put in everything. So if you're new to us and don't have my email, or she's got email, website link, YouTube link, because this will be a great quickie tonight. And and to the Facebook group. So if you're on Facebook and you're not a member of our group, we would love to have you join in on the extra fun. Yeah, that's right, Charlie. Yeah, there's nothing quick about this one. The initial bit, yeah. And I suppose if you did it on, something smaller, like, but even at that, there's a lot to play with on this one. And okay, what camera all of a sudden decides that it wants to go dim. But it is really, really neat. And so looking at what you did, Mom, so you just so that way people know, because it's gorgeous what you did from this tangle. Apparently, I need chocolate. I hear ya.
I like it much better than that.
Yeah, but you have to finish that one.
Yeah, I didn't finish anything with that one.
Yeah, but so you divided it into sections, and then I'm just looking.
It was complicated because I had to put in dots where I didn't have any dots, and but
Yeah, and if I were just looking at a section, so like the tip of 2 leaves from the center, that's one set of dots from the center. Yeah, and you can see the fan shape.
yeah,
And then the next one.
yeah,
And you still have 6 points coming into to the top of the to the top of the fan shape. Well, it's either the top or the bottom. Either of those, you're going to have 6 points. Yeah. And so, it's just one of those things. If your mind can work and just kind of where it does stuff like that. But yes, I'm with you. Time for the oohs and ahs. So if you want to open up your webcam and a drink, even if it's not finished, this is oh my gosh, Joe. Joe got extra complicated with something that was already complicated.
My goodness.
I don't want to hear any complaints then, right? If you go and make it extra complicated. Oh, these are neat. And I'll let you know before I take it, so that way I don't want your hands to fall off or anything. See how many we're getting. Oh, neat. And see, you could do it with less. Like, look at Rosemary's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 5 square. Oh, so neat. Okay, if this is everyone, kind of guessing it is. All right, so hold them up and steady, and oops. Okay, get it? I got them. All right, these are lovely. All right, let me share my screen. Oh, I did get Diane's. Okay. Oh, Jen, did I get yours? Wait. Why not? I see Jen's. Did you turn your thing off?
I did.
No, Jen.
Oh.
Okay, hold it there. I gotta save this. Oh wait, no, I don't have to save it to do that. Okay. I don't know. Okay. Oh, good, and it's nice and clear. How did I miss that? All right, I got it. You'll get a big feature at the bottom. And it's not in alphabetical order. Oh no, I see your other one. Okay. All right. So 1 second. Let me save spider PM and da 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 da. I can share my screen while I'm doing this. Okay, and let's say Barbara and I will turn off our webcams too, and then where's mine? There it is. And, oh, stop. Okay. And that way you can see. There we go. It just makes it. Oh, and it went back on, Barbara. Maybe you double clicked. Crazy
No,
thing.
it's not going off.
There it is. Oh, it wants to stay on. There it is. Okay. All right. Nope. That's funny. It's wanting to stay. It's wanting to stay on. Let me get it. Oh, you got it. Okay. All right. And I am sharing the screen. Okay. Yeah, here's your Jen, because I was looking for Jen. The happy smiling threw me off, but I was just looking quickly. But wow. And Sharon even filled in all of her background there. Oh, okay. And Barbara, I'm just going to mute you for background noise. Not that I was necessarily hearing anybody. I saw that it was on. Oh, let me turn on the. And you know what's so interesting? Look at. Wait, Jen, did you do something different? Because so I am seeing an interesting flower pattern on Jen's, but no, it's just, you know what? It's just because you did it so nice versus mine. Without anything filled in. Do you see that, Mom? When you look at a point.
No, wait, at whose?
At Jen. So I'm like looking right here, and I see this beautiful.
Where is Jen's? I don't
Yeah,
see
I
it.
don't know. Can you see? Do you see my
Oh,
mouse?
there.
Yeah.
I saw happy. I thought it was
Oh,
somebody
yes.
new.
Same thing. And I'm just seeing. I think it's just the way that you did the grid.
Oh, yes, I see
You
that.
see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's so neat. I love it. Yeah, and look at it. Joe went all. Oh, maybe that's it. Oh, that's it. The orbs are all tiny. Oh, okay. Oh. And yes, Jen does draw very precise lines. They are so clean. And Alyssa, oh my goodness.
Kim, look at. I mean, Kim and Kim. Wait, there's two Kims,
Yeah, two Kims.
and they both went crazy. And Joyce did
Wow.
too. Filled whole pages.
Yeah.
But it is one of those. Once you get into the rhythm of doing it, it just kind of goes.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, so let's ask which Kim used the alley step out. The alley line. That was a really great idea, Alyssa. Really great idea. Oh, and see, and Anne was following you, Mom. Nice job, Anne.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Shulamit. Wow, that is a neat construction. That is cool. Whoops, it's blurry. Oh, with the shading, that is neat. You'll have to send that to me so that way I have a nice clear picture so I can put it on. That is gorgeous. And Rosemary's really look. You can see the art, really the Art Deco-y look on hers. Well, on all of them, when you do that fan shape, it seems like that just. I don't know why that screams Art Deco, but it does. And Tarla's nice.
Are they not sharing the colored pencils?
I'm guessing not. Oh wait. Oh yes, and the coordinated manicure. Yeah.
Because Tom licked them. Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, when they're wet, they don't draw too good.
Yeah. You know, and if you ate candy right before or something, then it'd be like all sticky and stuff. Oh my gosh. And Mel's on the plate. Those are such cool plates. Nice.
Did you stop the recording
Great.
yet? No.
I didn't yet. I'm going to though. I should right now. But I want to say, and Dee Dee, you know what? I was thinking. Oh, I was thinking this earlier. I'm like, I don't think Diane was on. She's gonna say, "Gosh, Heather, you should have done Wi-Fi power instead." I was waiting for admonishment. Although I think when I was looking through Hennie's stuff, she had something that it took Wi-Fi power to like another level. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I would never. It's a good thing we didn't have the mics open, right? All right. Well, we're gonna say goodbye to the recording.